Listen, if you are scared to start reselling, maybe you're mistaking that fear for you just being uncomfortable, for you just not knowing what is behind that door. And see, sometimes we utilize us being uncomfortable to just replace that uncomfortability with I'm scared and it's something I shouldn't do because if I do it I may not know the outcome. And while that is true, I'm gonna tell you something. That fear that you have when it comes to, well, maybe I might buy this, and if I buy this product right here, it may not make me no money, and then I'll be out, I'll lose, right? But let me ask you something. When you went out and you took that girl out to eat, right? You took her out to eat and you paid, hopefully, because I know it's a bunch of people out here that don't pay the first bill. You split it. But let's say that you went and you paid for the dinner with that girl that you liked, right? Did you get that money back? Did you get that money back? Because I'm sure she didn't work out, right? Did you get the money back? When you went out and you brought all the girls drinks and your friends drinks when you were at the bar, did you get that money back? When you went and you spent that money on that thing that you enjoy, that drug, or maybe that activity, or maybe you just going on vacation, did you get that money back? No, you just got a feeling of what? You being comfortable, right? See, when you spent that money to actually go on that trip didn't bring you content, or it didn't bring you anything when it comes to revenue back, right? You were just comfortable. You were able to bask in the sun and relax, and that made you feel good. See, the problem is we have a thought in our mind of, hey, I'm okay if I spend money that equals me feeling good, but I'm not okay spending money that equals me not knowing if it will make me feel good, and me feeling good is only contingent on if I make the money back or make more. So you mean to tell me you feel good going on vacation and spending all of that bread, but you don't feel good spending that money on products because you don't know if those products are going to bring you back the money, but the vacation didn't bring you back money either. See, the way we treat money and the way we think of money usually is brought on to us by school, is brought on to us by different things that we watch, and a lot of us, we don't have a good relationship with money. And you know, I'm improving my relationship with money as well as we speak, but a lot of us don't have that relationship, and we're not working on it to be able to appreciate the steps and the ways that we can and that we have to actually duplicate our income streams or our income in general, because we are too stuck wanting to be comfortable. So as a reseller, I'll tell you this, the fear will never go away, because that fear that you define as fear is really just you being uncomfortable. And you being uncomfortable is an everyday lifestyle as a reseller. And let me explain why. Because see, there's a bunch of people trying to sell products just like you, but the difference is there's way more consumers. When I say way more consumers than sellers. So we all have enough money out here for all of us, but it's all about staying focused and understanding that sometimes you're not going to get the sale that day. Sometimes it might take a week. Sometimes it might take 2. Sometimes you're not going to be able to recoup your investment in that first week. It might take 2, 3, or maybe 4. But as you consistently do it, you start learning better ways, better methods, and you start reaping better outcomes. And see, when you're making better money, when you're reaping better outcomes, everything feels a little bit better. But I promise you, when it's time for you to invest in more products, even though you just sold some, you're still going to feel that uncomfortable feeling. Because that uncomfortable feeling is the reason you wake up and list the products. That uncomfortable feeling is the reason you revise the listings. That uncomfortable feeling is the reason why you have the goals that you have. See, if you were comfortable, you wouldn't have anything to push you. That is why being uncomfortable is actually utilized as a tool for many resellers and many business professionals, because being uncomfortable is that tool that wakes you up, or that tool that actually tells you, no, you can't stop working right now. It's that tool that tells you got to do better. You got to go ahead and tighten up. You better start working harder because you're not where you need to be. That is where you have to understand the importance of keep working and keep going and keep believing, but most importantly, keep executing. Even if you're executing just a tad bit more than you did yesterday, it's something. Now, remember and understand how I didn't say just keep working hard, because see, working hard is not going to transition into profit, nor is it going to transition into success. I've learned this the hard way. I have worked hard for years at things only to get nothing. And when I didn't get anything, I was frustrated. And I was frustrated because I put everything I had into certain things, but those things that I was putting everything I had into weren't giving me anything back, because I was putting all of my energy towards things that weren't actually working. So prime example, if I'm listing products on Poshmark and Poshmark just isn't working for me, but I keep listing and keep listing and keep listing, it does not guarantee me to get thousands of dollars in revenue the next month, right? Maybe I'll make a couple because I'm listing sporadically, but if I don't have a system of, okay, this platform may not be for me, let me try the next one after a month if I'm not seeing X amount of money, or if I'm not getting this amount of money from this income stream, I'm going to leave that income stream alone. Like, understanding that I have to hold myself accountable to having different outcomes, different quotas, different metrics met. Those are what keep you in check as a reseller. So all of my resellers that are scared, all of my resellers that are worried, and you just don't know if you're going to be able to do this, I want to let you know something. The best way to keep yourself in check is by having a system, by having some type of rubric that tells you, hey, if this is not met, then this is not for you. And I tell people that all the time, especially with phone flipping and reselling. If you don't reach the goals that you have set because you have not executed the way or in the manner that you should have, it is okay to pivot and try to find a different way. But if you're somebody that is too focused on trying to build and make money and make sales and just sell and just work, you're not going to see any outcome. You're just going to be stuck. You're going to be destroyed, and you're going to be heartbroken because you're going to have put a bunch of your resources and energy into reselling only to get nothing. So all of my resellers out there that are working hard or that are scared to start, don't be scared, because it's not fear. That's just you getting uncomfortable. And you being uncomfortable is okay. But you settling and being scared and just shying away, that, my friend, is you cheating yourself. And stop that.